Night Huddle, sponsored by Ingalls, Spivey King and Spivey, Citizens Bank, and Champion Chevrolet.
Welcome into Friday Night Huddle. We are counting down the top 5 games each week from the high school gridiron. Remember, you can get the scores of your favorite team ticking at the bottom of the screen, or you can find them anytime on our website in the sports section. That is at WCYB.com. We begin tonight with a couple of interstate showdowns. In Gate City, the Blue Devils have looked impressive as of late, stepping up this weekend to host a bigger school from Tennessee in David Crockett, making it our number 5 game this week. Pioneers visiting Leisure Field for the first time to take on the Blue Devils. GC on their first possession of the game. Zane Reed hands it off to Walker Hillman, and he goes in for the touchdown, putting the Blue Devils on the board first. And honestly, you know, they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Blue Devils again on their next possession. Reed hands it off to Hillman, and he slips to the sidelines and into the end zone. Gate City now up 14-0. Much later in the game, with about 2 minutes left, the Pioneers finally find the end zone on the quarterback keeper by Brady Hendricks. He just walks in, but this was all Blue Devils all the time. They win 47-6.
Watch film and get these guys ready to go, and you know, these guys were chomping at the bit. You know, right now we've got a pretty good mentality of what's right in front of us, and I think this week we had a great week practice, and you know, I think it showed tonight. We were fortunate on some things. We broke some big plays early, and you know, I thought that helped us as the game went on.
There was another cross-state showdown in Bristol. Abingdon came into tonight's game with Tennessee High stumbling a little bit. Could the short trip down 81 be just what the Falcons needed? It's our number 4 game this week. Tennessee High taking on Abingdon at the Stone Castle. Falcons strike first. Tyke Thompson runs it in, and it is 7-0 visitors. Ooh, a little medicine there. But that would pretty much be it for Abingdon offensively. The Vikings get on the board. Baron Harkleroad takes the handoff, and he cruises in untouched for the score. 7-6 Tennessee High still trails heading into the half. Midway through the third now, Jake Richardson on the move. He finds Preston Fagans. Vikings go on front, 12-6. A few minutes later, Knox Keese checks in for the goal line package. He calls his own number, and he is in. 20-6 Tennessee High. Early fourth quarter, Vikings remove all doubt. Elijah Plumbar right through the middle and in for 6 more. The Vikings score 43 unanswered points and route to a 43-7 win. 3 straight wins now for Tennessee High.
Didn't really know what to expect. They had a great plan for us tonight. And this coaching staff, both sides of the ball, did a great job all night making adjustments and making sure our kids were where they needed to be. And the best part was the kids were there and did it, and they took coaching and they executed. It shows that all that stuff we do in June and July that really, really sucks, they do a great job of pushing through it and listening to us, and they're coachable. These kids are coachable. They do exactly what they're asked every single time. They take hard coaching, and they come back every single day. So it all really goes back to practice and how we prepare each week.
2 games down, still 3 to go in this week's show. We still have stops in Elizabethton, Blumpville, and Saltville. And we will check in on some of the games that just missed our top 5, including Hurley coming down the mountain to face Holston.
Friday Night Huddle, sponsored by Ingalls, Spivey King and Spivey, Citizens Bank, and Champion Chevrolet.
Now to some of the games that just missed our top 5, starting in Damascus, Holston hosting Hurley. Scoreless late in the first quarter. Big play comes from the Cavs, forcing a fumble. Eli Parks picks it up and takes it down to about the 30-yard line, but the flag negates the run back, so Holston couldn't capitalize. They did finally get something going in the second quarter. Eli Tweed with a big catch and run, setting up the first score of the game. On the next couple of plays, Colin Widner finishes it off for the touchdown. This one was all Cavs. They win 41-0. In the Volunteer State, South Green facing their county rivals from West Green. An interception by South Green's Angel Sanchez sets up a long touchdown run by Charlie Lane. Just 1 play later, then the 2-minute drill for West Green, who was just trying to get anything done in this game. They would go 80 yards on this throw and catch, and then the tush push to finish it off just before the half, and then a lightning delay, and they came back out. The Rebels took care of business. South Green goes on to win 42-20. We're at the game tonight between Johnson County and Chucky Doak. Maybe our Friday Night Flicks camera caught you or your favorite player at tonight's win as the Longhorns get the big road victory in the Black Hole, 16-14. You can see more photos at WCYB.com and upload your Friday Night Flicks at WCYB.com/chime-in. Back to the countdown now, and our Friday Night Rivals game this week took us to Elizabethton, but no team from Betsy was actually playing. Happy Valley High School is also home field this season for Hampton, whose field, of course, was damaged 1 year ago in Helene. The Bulldogs hosting North Green in our #3 game. Hampton flexing their muscles early. It's Brody Lambert with an 18-yard touchdown run, first drive of the game. That puts Hampton on the board 7-0, make it 14-0 when the Dogs keep pounding. How about Isaiah Belcher? He goes for a nice Friday night run, 50 yards for the score. It was 30-0 at the break. Second half now, and now Belcher's just showing off. Making Huskies miss, excuse me, whoop, get out of my way, excuse me, coming through. 46-6 is the final. The voice of Friday Night Rivals, Casey Getz, has our post-game report.
Both North Green and Hampton were undefeated in region play coming into this one, but Hampton making a big statement. The Bulldogs rushing for over 500 yards, and they dominate North Green 46-6.
Football is the ultimate team sport. It takes 11 people doing exactly what they're supposed to do on any given play, and you can't care about who's getting the credit and who's getting the ball and this, that, and the other. They've got to be selfless players, and an offensive lineman never gets the ball, so they're blocking every play. So we've got to have the offensive line mentality from everybody.
It's awesome. I mean, if you don't even have to pass in a game, you can just run. There's no reason to. I mean, if you can just run, do it. You have so many guys that can do it. You can't stop that.
With the win, Hampton improves to 5-1 on the season. Next week, they are on the road at Carter County rival Unaka. As for North Green, they fall to 3-3. Next week, they are on the road once again at Jellicoe. In Carter County, Casey Getz, News 5 WCYB.
3 games down, 2 to go. We still have a big showdown in Region 1 6A, and also a big one in the Hogaheague as Northwood looks to stay unbeaten on the year, hosting their rivals from Chilhowie. But first, the Ridgeview Band takes us to break.
Friday Night Huddle, sponsored by Ingalls, Spivey King and Spivey, Citizens Bank, and Champion Chevrolet.
In the short history of West Ridge High School, they have never beaten Dobbins-Bennett. But they're not alone. The Indians have dominated their fellow Sullivan County foes in our #2 game this week. Is this the year the streak is finally broken? Early in the first quarter, quarterback Justin Hilton with the fake and the keeper. He breaks 1 tackle, then 2 tackles, then turns on the Jets and slams the ball into the end zone. But then, disaster. DB, oh, that curse. The strip of the ball from Ethan Amax, and Jalen Thomas scoops it up. That sets up Levi Chappell on the keeper around the edge, avoiding blue jerseys left and right for the score. To the second half we go, and it's kind of the same song, different verse. In DB territory, a rare pass from Hilton gets picked off in the end zone by Julian Sensabaugh. West Ridge smothered all night by the Indians defense. This game is all Dobbins-Bennett. They win 45-14.
I thought our defense played well. We challenged them about responsibility football and the things that they had to do. I thought we came out and played with great discipline and had, we took care of dive, quarterback, and pitch. Really proud of those guys.
It is no secret that recent history has not been kind for Northwood football, but this season, things are actually going well. The Panthers are out to their first 3-0 start since 2014, getting a tough test tonight from their rivals in the county, Chilhowie, making the short, about 9-mile trek to Saltville for our #1 game this week. We start with Chilhowie quarterback Bryce Robinson rolling back and firing downfield to Garrett Dixon. Dixon turns on the Jets, and he's gone. A 90-yard touchdown to start the game, put the Warriors on the board first. Next drive, Robinson again. This time, he decides to hand the ball off to Gunnar Milhorn. He stops short of the goal line, but Chilhowie recovers the ball loose in the end zone for another score. Northwood trying to answer back. Quarterback Dalton Gates scrambling and looking for an open man. He lets it fly, but it's picked off by Tyler Gonzalez. The Warriors And Chilhowie makes them pay. Asher Chapman hands it off to Gonzalez, slicing through the Panther defense on the way to the end zone. Another Warrior touchdown, another Warriors win. 36-0. News 5's Samantha Allen has our postgame report.
What a night it was here. The Chilhowie Warriors pulled off a statement win against Northwood, shutting them out 36-0. They had explosive touchdowns, and their defense line never broke. The Warriors had it this Friday night.
We felt pretty good what we had coming into the year, and I felt like we've got better each and every week too. Even last week at Eastside, I felt like we played a pretty good defensive game for the most part. Just had to limit the big plays was the big thing.
The seniors, we all got together with the underclassmen, took them out to eat, just had a great bond, and I think that's just carried over to this season, and I'm really looking forward to later on.
Chilhowie celebrates a big district upset win tonight, and this win could be the spark that leads them into the second half of the season. But for now, at Northwood Heights School, Samantha Allen for Friday Night Huddle.
Other scores from around the region. Unicoi County beats Pigeon Forge. Cherokee guts out the 28-21 win over Seymour. Betsy has no problems with Northview Academy. Daniel Boone gets its first win of the season over Cott County. Cloudland gets a big 28-22 win at Jellicoe. Granger gets a late score to knock off Sullivan East. Science Hill falls on road at Jefferson County. Utica gets blanked by Sunbright 40-0, and Providence Academy's comeback at home comes up a little bit short. They fall 28-21. In the Commonwealth, Lebanon doubles up Richland 42-21. Twin Springs falls on the road at Craig County. John Battle gets walloped by Patrick Henry 61-38. Virginia High and Grayson County were delayed by weather. They'll pick this back up Monday with Virginia High up 14-6. Eastside flanks Blaine County. Union also shuts out Central. Rye Cove wins, as does Ridgeview and Honaker. One interstate game as Happy Valley wins on the road at Thomas Walker. That will do it for Friday Night Huddle. Have a great night.
H-back this time.
They're going to fake the pitch. It's going to be Belcher on the counter. Belcher, nice move. What a move by Isaiah Belcher. Stops on a dime in for the 26-yard touchdown.